yards out from the Dublin goal. On the right-hand side of the field, Maurice Fitzgerald kicking it, dropping it in toward the goal, dropping it in. A magnificent point by Maurice Fitzgerald on the 50-yard line, on the right-hand side of the field, and Maurice the Immortal has sent it over the bar.
We're within 10 seconds of injury time. Down the field, a bad kick, it's all over, and Cork are All-Ireland champions for 1990. They have done the magnificent double. They have won the All-Ireland in senior hurling. They've won the All-Ireland in senior football with 14 men, and Teddy McCarthy is a man of heart.
Johnny Dooley would be wise to tap it over the bar and hope for something to develop later on. Johnny Dooley looks as if he'll go for the point. All right, no, he's blasted it, and he's got the goal! I'm sitting between two very privileged people, joint owners of Druids Jono, Patsy Burton from Dua and His Royal Highness Prince Edward. I think, Prince, your reaction to that great run by the favourite?
Well, it was great. No, it was great. And it was well worth coming here and to see that.
I was born in a place called Doon Sheehan, close to the sea, about 3 miles to the east of Dingle. That's where I grew up. Farming area, good land, lovely scenery, the Atlantic Ocean spreading out from us. And if you turn towards the north, a great range of mountains. Doon Sheehan, Inakalish and Dangan, Igunta Hiri. It's a service for, if you like, the public at large. Nobody is more important than the listener, I think. They're the people really that create the interest. They want to know what's happening. And the one thing you're supposed to do on radio always is keep talking.
4-3. All over the country the question is being asked. Can Mayo catch Cavan? Can Mayo take the lead? Can Cavan prove themselves the champions that they undoubtedly are by staying out there in front? These were the questions that were to be answered only by time. And here is the answer.
Micheál Ó was, I'd say, the most famous man in Ireland that time for anybody that was interested in football, on account of his broadcast. And we could see his box. But there was no way on earth that I thought that someday I'd be in there.
11,340, and I know one man who's not here. He's Vinnie Bateman, the man that jumped on his bike in Mullingar. The target is to reach Beijing collecting money for concerting. He was in Istanbul for the National Hurling League final on Sunday last. He's reached Tbilisi in Georgia, heading for Iran.
I think that is the one duty of a commentator, you know, to commentate on what you see, not what you'd like to see, because those two things can be miles apart. And a commentator's duty is to give as much information as they can about what is actually happening. That's what the listener wants. He doesn't want any bias or anything like that. He wants to know what is actually happening.
The hand passing is under the way, the ball away down now to Kieran Donaghy. Donaghy, the son of a Tyrone man, gives it out, and Kelly sweeping down the field now, and the ball there by Mark O'Shea for the second time. James Masters coming with the kick from the 45, it's airborne, it's on its way in towards the goal. The umpire goes to the white flag yet again. Is that number 4 now for James Masters? It's number 6 for Cork. And Kerry, since the game started, they are the Munster champions. They're also the Alliance National League champions. They don't look like champions at the moment, but as you said earlier, Mickey, there's a long way to go yet.
I've met several people, you know, now that would like a drink. And I remember one time meeting a man known as down in Cork as Mossy Keane. His son would be slightly more famous, Roy Keane. And I remember at a function being the MC on the night, and Mossy came up and was presented by somebody with an award. So he came to me later in the night and he was holding a pint glass half full, and he came over to me and he said, "I heard you never drank. Could that be true?" And from the tone of his voice, he wasn't inclined to believe that that could be true. So I said, it never appealed to me. I said, it doesn't even look attractive. Now, I was joking with him. And black is not an attractive colour to me anyway. I said, it doesn't even look attractive. Now, in fairness to him, he considered what I said. He lifted up his glass and it was half full, And he looked at it from the right and from the left and looked at it from underneath. And then he came back to me and he said, "Would you believe, Micheál, I have an entirely different opinion."
When the great Micheál Ó Muircheartaigh couldn't actually say...
No, say his name properly.
Micheál Ó Muircheartaigh!
That's better.
Yeah, right,
Closer.
Right,
Yeah.
there we go. And he couldn't actually help but mention the dog in the All-Ireland final. I was sitting in Croke Park and I had the earpiece in, and it was the time whenever Down went behind, and he said, "The Down swagger has gone. It's been replaced by a stagger. Sam looks like it's off to the lee, and like the great Stagger Lee, Cork look like they have the pedigree for the game." And that to me was whoever Micheál is. He got the dog in.
In fairness, O'Neill, he might have a problem with the name, but he got the accent very good there. I have to give him that now.
It sounded exactly like Micheál Ó Muircheartaigh.
Speaking about
Well, there's a streaker on the ground now. He must be a Kilkenny man because he's quite happy with the situation right now. He's on the 60-yard line. The play's on the other side of the field. The ball now on the 50-yard line. Sent back inside. Picked up again by James Ryle. James Ryle gets it out to the corner. Sent down the field. If the streaker just mind should be going over his direction now. He sees that. He sees the danger. He's moving out the field now. Toes up. Territory in the far side of the field, and the ball goes out over the line. Hogan stands side of the field. The stewards are moving in on him now from all sides. The hurlers are ignoring it. He's now gone past the centre of the field. Neil is a good cut on the horny chair. Made a fever a sheet down well over it. He's dodging his way, trying to get away now from the fires. He has made a good run. He's on the 50-yard line, the other side of the field. He's brought to the ground. Play is being halted here. This is not the referee's business. He's quite happy to wait until the pitch is cleared. Todd Streaker and Agat.
I think age, if you like, it's an attitude. It's a state of mind. And I've met people, if you like, and they're old in their 40s. They think old, they're anti-change. They think the world has gone to hell entirely, instead of looking at the positive aspects of it. And as my good friend John Moriarty, he might be a distant relation of mine, the philosopher who lives halfway up the Mangerton Mountain down in Killarney. If you meet John, you know, he might say it in Irish or English, "Na chunta go láimh bheith beo." Isn't it a great day to be alive?